Here's how to be rich in 5 minutes. So, first things first, you have to have a goal in mind. And what I mean by that is you have to say, what do I want to do when I have this money? Like, do you want to have free time? Do you want to just not have a job anymore and not have to work anymore? Do you want to travel the world maybe? Or do you want to buy what you want? Like, things like that. Then after, when you know what you want, it'll really change these next three variables for you. The next thing is for a job or just a way to make money. Because to make money, you have to make money, right? So this means maybe you have to have a part-time, a job, or maybe a business. It could be either of those three things. They're all viable options. But then once you do make that money, the next thing is that you have to save. And saving, I mean, even if you make $100,000 a year, people who recklessly spend it, and what I mean by that is like spend it on things they don't need, which is like super cool cars and like stuff like that. They just spend all their money. They think they can live that lifestyle because they made all that money, right? But sometimes it's more important to save, because when you save, that's when you can start having money to invest. And maybe you don't have to save everything, because you still want to enjoy yourself with the money you made. So you don't have to just save every little penny or be a penny pinching every single dollar you make or every single penny you're making. But just have a little bit of fun with your money, but don't just spend it recklessly. And now once you have all that money, that's when you have to invest it. And investing, you hear a lot of people throwing it around, like in maybe like news channels like, oh, invest in the stock market, invest in this. But in reality, there's a lot of safe options. And one of them, for me at least, that I think is good is the S&P 500. And you may have heard of it before. It's been running for like 100 years and it's averaged 10%, which is about the same as the stock market average. And it's survived like 2 world wars and a bunch of crappy other stuff. So I mean, I think it's pretty good, because this also means that you can double your money every, I don't know, I think 7 years. And also this means that, say if you save $1,000 every month and put it into the stock market, or the S&P 500, sorry, that means you can basically have that money go from $1,000, and 50 years later, if you keep doing that over and over, it'll go to 10 million. And the thing is, this is where the variables happen, where if you work and you get save $2,000 per month, then that would be double that. That would be 20 million. And 15 years later, which is 65 years, that's when you'll have 100 million. And that's when you'll have a crap ton of money. But this is when the variables start to happen, because say if you want a lot of money, if you want to be a billionaire, you have to make a pretty good amount of money now. And the more you invest now, the better, because when you have a lot of money now and you basically let it grow, obviously it's just an average, so it won't be growing at 10% all the time, which is why you see older people going to safer things. But if you let it grow like that, more likely than not, you'll have a lot more money, because this is why a lot of people use the stock market instead of like savings accounts, because even savings accounts are like 0.5% more every year, which is 20 times worse. So that's why a lot of people will use index funds or the stock market. But I mean, there's also other viable ways too, like real estate for another option, because when you do real estate, you can also get like money in every single month. And it's very risky, so you have to basically learn a lot more about it. But once you have that knowledge, you can use that to your advantage. And once you have that happen, then once you make more money passively from real estate or the stock market dividends, which I'll explain another time, it's basically just extra money you get every year, then that's when you're basically financially free. That's what it means, when your passive income is more than your bills. But I mean, at the end of the day, the last thing I have to say is what you have to learn, because learning is very important, because you don't want to get into these things without having good knowledge. And if you just get in, you're risking a lot. I mean, if you want to do real estate, it costs a lot of money. So you obviously want to take your time with that and learn about it. And also just learn, you don't have to learn just about that. You can learn about the things you like too, because when you learn more, you're more valuable, and value equals money. So if you give other people value, like say businesses and stuff like that, or stuff like, the businesses, you'll make more money. So that's just how to be rich in 5 minutes. I hope I covered everything, but Godspeed to you. You got this.